So dear student, today we are going to analyze the error. Okay, so in this particular class we will understand the error analysis. Now let's suppose uh, I give you a task to measure the oscillation of a pendulum. There's a pendulum, suppose there's a pendulum, and you are measuring the oscillation, means how much time it completes the one oscillation. So among you there are some readings I have written. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. So there are 5 students in your class. Okay, and to which I have given the task to measure the oscillation of a pendulum, and they measure the time. So the first student measured the 2.63 second, the another student measured 2.56, like that 2.42, 2.71 and 2.80 seconds. So this is the where this result is varied because there is no any particular value. So what is the true value? Okay, or which value we can regard as the true, because everybody answer is different. So to get the actual or true value, we can take the average of this value. We can take the average of this value, and that average value can be regarded as a true value. Okay, so in order to find the true value or actual value, we can take the average of these quantities, average of all of the 5 readings. Okay, so here the mean value, that is the mean value, okay, which will be equal to 2.63 plus 2.56 plus 2.42 plus 2.8 divided by 5. Okay, and this value comes out to be 13.12 second. Okay, and now 13.12 divided by 5, which is equal to 2.62 second. 2.62 second, and upon rounding off we will get 2.6 second. So that value we can make that average value we can consider as a true value. Okay, as a true value. Now we can, so that this is the mean or average value. Okay, now because I am taking an example by example, I am giving the definition to you. Now there is something called absolute error. So this is true value and this is the measured value. This is the 2.6 second is the true value, true or average value, and this is the measured value. So what is the error? What is the error? Error is error. We have already defined it is a difference between the true value and the measured value. So there is something called absolute error, which is the difference of true value. Here somewhere I write a mean equal to 2.6 seconds. Here somewhere I write. So absolute error, true value, average value, or more precisely it is good to say average value minus individual value, So what is this? So it is defined as the difference of the average value or true value minus individual or measured value. Okay, so it will be 2.6 minus 2. It is defined as the measured value. It defined as the measured value minus average value. Okay, absolute error can be defined as the difference of the measured value minus average value. Okay, average of all this value. Okay, is again I am saying absolute error can be defined as the difference of the measured value and average value. Now we can find out 2.63 minus 2.6. So this is the A1. A2 will be the 2.56 minus 2.6. A3 will be 2.42 minus 2.6. A4 will be 2.71 minus 2.6, and A5 will be 2.80 minus 2.6. And it is better to write 0.62. Okay, so I am not rounding off. So here, for corresponding to each values, we will get a corresponding to the each difference, we will get a value. So I am writing it directly to save the time or nothing. Minus 0.06 minus 0.2 2.09 equal to 0.18, and all of are in seconds. Okay, so absolute error can be defined as the difference of the measured value minus average value. Okay, now another thing we have to do, that we have to find the average of this absolute error. Another thing we have to do, that we have to find the average of this absolute error, and that is known as the mean absolute error. Okay, so what we have to find, del A mean, average of this absolute error. Average of the absolute error is known as the mean absolute error. So we can find out, and we have to, and while calculating the mean absolute error, you have to take the magnitude, or you can say you have to take the positive value with plus sign. You have not to consider this negative sign. Only you have to consider the magnitude. Okay, or simply you have to add this value. So 0.01 plus 0.06 plus 0.2 plus 0.09 plus 0.18 divided by 5, and you will get, this is 0.11 second. This is 0.11 second. So this value can be regarded as the mean absolute error, because we have find the average of all absolute error. Now this can be written as, in terms of, where is that, now, so here we are getting this value 0.11 second as a mean absolute error. Now mean absolute, how to represent the mean absolute error? Okay, so mean absolute error can be written as del A mean 2.6, that is a 2.62. Okay, 2.62 plus minus 0.11. 2.62, that is our mean value. Okay, that is our mean value, and that is our mean absolute error. 0.11 is nothing but our mean absolute error. So it is the representation of the mean absolute error. Okay, we can represent the mean absolute error or by this value. Okay, so we can represent our measured value, because you know that whenever we are going to measure some value, it consists of some error. So what is our average value? 2.62, and what is the error? What is the mean absolute error? It can be 0.11, it can be plus or minus. Let's suppose it can be more than 2.62, or it can be less than 2.62. I hope you are getting my point. Suppose I have given a task to measure the length of your ground. So some student might measure the length which is more than the given standard value, and some student can write lesser the standard value. So this is our value come in the range of this value, 2.62 plus 0.11 and 2.62 minus 0.1. So it is the representation. It is the representation of the average mean value and absolute error. So our error can be written in this fashion. Okay. Now we are moving toward the percentage error. So how the percentage error is defined? Suppose I have to rough this. So percentage error is nothing but it is the ratio, percentage error, or you can say relative error. Firstly we have to define the relative error. So relative error is nothing but it is the ratio of mean absolute error upon our mean average value. So it is the ratio of mean absolute error upon mean average value. So what is that? It is basically 0.1 divided by 2.6. Okay, 0.11 or 2.62 if we do not round off this. So the ratio of the mean absolute error upon mean average or true value is known as the considered to be true value is known as the relative error. And when we multiply this by 100, so that relative error is known as the percentage error. Okay, so relative, if you multiply this by 100, so you will get a percentage error. So percentage error. So del A mean upon A mean into 100. For that case, it is coming by 4%. Okay, it is coming by 4%. So this is how we have discussed the absolute error, relative error, and percentage error. For finding the absolute error, first we have to average the measured value. That is, if we make an average of all the values, we get A mean. Now next thing, we have to take the absolute error. Absolute error is nothing but the difference of the true measured value and the true value. Now next thing, we will average. We have to find the average of all absolute error. So that is the mean absolute error. Now we can define the relative error. Relative error is ratio of the mean absolute error upon mean error. Okay, that is the mean or average value of all measured values. And percentage error is defined as the mean absolute error upon mean value into 100. Okay, and representation of error A can be written as A mean plus minus del A mean. That is the representation of the error. Now in the next class, we will learn the combination of a error. I hope you understand. If you have any doubt, please mention in the WhatsApp group so that we can answer your queries. Thank you.